Turn that shit off, bro. They copyright my bitch ass, man. We about to start up here in a second, bro. You already know what the deal is, man. I got a couple little questions. We gonna run through this shit right quick, man. It's gonna be a quick stream. It's gonna be a quick ass stream. Let's get it. Let me see something. It's gonna be a quick ass little stream. Oh shit. Just waiting on Jamal, man. Welcome to episode 3 of It Takes Two, man. It's gonna be a real quick episode this week, man. I got a couple topics I want to run through. Pick Jamal's brain on. We gonna see, man. And yeah. How y'all week been, bro? What y'all been up to? Y'all staying out the cold, man? It's been cold as fuck here in Texas, bro. We up here in North Texas, like Dallas area. It's like 19 degrees and shit. Hold on. It was like 19 degrees. That's cold for us. That's cold for us. Hold on. Y'all see that? 20 degrees, nigga. What? 20 degrees. 20 degrees. Yeah, man. Got a couple quick questions, bro. Gotta knock that out. I want to try streaming on Twitch too. Let me make sure that everything looking crisp on y'all end, bro. You know, we like making sure everything's situated for y'all, bro. Little update, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Week 3, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come, and I'm excited to just take this shit to the next level. I feel like shit been going real turbulent lately, so I know that's something. You know what I mean? It's, if you was tuned in on the last stream, on the Ahim stream, Sunday service, then you already know that I had said that, like, basically that when everything feel like it's falling apart, it could really be falling in place. And I think that's something I really had to be real with myself about. And what the fuck is on my glasses? And that's a realization I'm glad that I came to, cause it's been hectic. Trust it, believe me. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I can't wait to get the studio, man. Can't wait to get everything right. So y'all viewing, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. Viewing, I guess viewing experience would be a whole lot better. Better cameras, better everything. So all of that's coming in due time. I just want to get my feet wet, get the ball rolling with everything, and you know, kind of actually have like a solid, steady ground before I just start upgrading and investing and pouring in money into this shit for real, for real. I do got some different type content coming out, cause I don't like it. I don't want to get too repetitive with it. You know, I want it to be something like you guys know. Like, say for example, you like the Ahim stream, and you like watching the guests, and you like interacting and all that. Then you know, like, all right, Sundays is really the day to do that. Or if you like more of the chill, relaxed streams where we just kicking it, and you know it's just me and my brother. You know, today is the day for that. Or shit, if you just want to watch me react to shit, you just want to be in the chat kicking it with your boy. You know, Fridays is for that. So I definitely want to kind of get it like a schedule on things. So for that, I'm not trying to move too far from that, but at the same time, I do want to shake it up with type of content we pushing out. Um, and yeah, just do different shit. I don't want to be put in a box, especially not too early. Like we gon' you know what I mean? We gonna definitely see what works, what doesn't work. I'm still learning and the whole shit. I don't know where this nigga at, bro. Um but yeah, we just get to it. Where y'all at with it though? I know most of my people stay in Texas. And all my people who stay in Texas, y'all know how cold it was, bro. And 20 degrees to us is bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not to y'all. Hold on, let me get this shit off the fucking shit. Maybe not to like people who live up north or maybe even on the East Coast and shit like that. But to us, bro, that's cold. You know what I'm saying? But we can also say the same thing for the for the heat. Like we could deal with heat. You know what I'm saying? You niggas up north and all that really can't. My cousins they live in Washington. And they were saying like 80 degrees was hot. I was like, what? 80 degrees? That's a summer night in Texas. Like that shit is nothing. Like down here we can go up to like honestly I think last summer we reached like 111. No exaggeration. And I might be off a little bit, but it was definitely high hundreds. Like high hundreds. Um so that to us is like damn. That's kind of and that's really kind of it'll be like 103, 102, 10 like for like a whole 2-3 weeks. No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When you working out outside, or you running and all that, whatever. I like running, so whenever you doing any outside activities, shout out to the construction workers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there who got to work outside. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is no joke, man. You gotta have them little energy packs and electrolytes. You gotta be ready, bro. You gotta be hydrated. It's no joke. But it's not that bad to us though, especially if you grew up in Texas or in the South. I know Arizona gets super hot. You know what I'm saying? I know Arizona gets super hot. But yeah, man, we just kicking shit right now. We waiting on Jamal right now. Got a couple quick questions. It's gonna be a quick stream, bro. Quick stream. Probably a little 30-minute banker. We gonna see. We'll see how the conversation flows and where we at with it. Um, but um, but yeah. Hopefully y'all week been good, bro. Hopefully everybody been out the cold, bro. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sticking to what y'all say y'all was gonna do. Even when it gets weird, even when it gets a little turbulent. You know what I'm saying? Shit, do what you gotta do. Stand on what you said you was gonna do. You know what I mean? Shit, it's just part of it. Um, and I know for me, the biggest thing is like getting better content out. That comes with time, cause obviously I'm still new to this. Like this is my first go at content creation. So I gotta really make sure that I'm learning and I'm actually putting in that work off camera to like get better though. So I feel better about that. Certain things are kind of out of my control, like whatever. But end of the day, it's still you know it's still going. It's still work that needs to be done. So I feel good about that. And I've been seeing the comments or DMs or texts or whatever calls from friends or people who watch and just showing me love and let me know like, hey, I see where you're going. You got the personality for it. You doing X. Like those are reassuring things for me, so I feel good with that. And also, last stream I really liked it. Sunday service, man. it was more personable. I felt like y'all got to get a little bit more of an insight on who I am. Cause a lot of a lot of y'all know who I am, obviously, cause either grew up with me or like we met or some shit like that. So you probably have an idea of who the fuck I am. But for those who don't know or maybe new to what's going on, or for the people even in the future who just want to know like a little bit more, like who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? That stream I feel like kind of touched on it a little bit more, just a little scratched the surface area a little bit. So yeah, feel good about that, and definitely want y'all to check that out. Make sure you like the stream if you excuse me, if you watching right now. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, don't worry about anything, man. Nigga, we live in the flesh, baby. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a short, quick, and easy stream. We gonna get right into it. Got a couple questions from my brother, and yeah, we gonna do it just like that, man. Big shout out to Jamal for popping out. Say what's up to the good people, man.
What's
I don't
going
even think
on?
they could fucking see you. Let me set it up. Let me set you up. Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah, man. Like I said, we got a couple questions. Quick stream, and we gonna get in and get out. All right, boom. So wait, before we even get into all that shit, what's up, man? How's your week been?
It's been. I mean, it's going. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So.
That cold weather too.
Yeah, I think that took most of us out. I mean, I was trying to just relax on the weekend, So, but
I was telling him that 19 degrees and shit is not normal down here.
No, for sure.
But a lot of people up north can't handle that heat.
Who?
Like people up north, like to them, it might not be a big deal. Like 19 degrees, 20 degrees, that's not that cold. But to them, they can't also handle that heat.
No, true, because we had 100-degree weather.
Yeah, that's what I just said that. I was like, I think last summer we reached like 111.
I think it was the past 2 summers we had like over 100 degrees of weather.
Yeah,
consistently throughout the whole entire, probably for like what, a month and a half.
Yeah. What did I fucking say, y'all? I just said that. I was like, for literally like 2-3 weeks, just straight hundreds. No, and I was telling them about how our cousins or whatever were saying like 80 degrees is kind of hot. I was like 80
our
degrees.
Cousins.
Yeah, like
from Washington.
Yeah, from Washington. I was telling like, yeah, they said 80 degrees is hot. I was like, that's a summer night.
Yeah,
that's really normal.
For real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad everybody's staying out the cold. You know what I'm saying? And shit, check on your family, man, because it's definitely freezing down here for sure.
What about you? How's your week?
My week was good. It was trying at first.
I guess we're technically talking about last week then, because this week just started.
It just started this week. Yeah, like I said, it was a little bit turbulent. My stream kept getting cut from our last stream on Tuesday to Facebook cutting our shit. Hold on, let me turn this off. To Facebook cutting our shit to actually YouTube cut my shit too. It was just a whole bunch of like hiccups I had to deal with. I had like 4 guests cancel on me last minute. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So it was a solo stream, but I was just telling them like, yo, I'm actually kind of glad that happened because one, it just made me like not so dependent on others, and 2, it also like was just better because I got to get more personal with my audience and like actually, just speak on to like who I am and whatever.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Leah too, cause she held it down, good questions and all that, man. So yeah, but without further ado, man, I got a couple quick questions. This is gonna be a quick little 30-minute banger. We're gonna see how the conversation flows and we'll go from there, man. But I got quick questions. Do you think you could be friends with your ex? You think you could still like have a respectful relationship with an ex like friendly though, or you think that's kind of like?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah. I
Like, what
mean,
do you consider a friendship first?
I mean, when you said that, I'm assuming like cordial, not like I'm not gonna sit. I'm not going try to like hang out with them on a regular basis. But if you're just gonna catch up or whatever like that, or if you're going out with your significant other with them as well, I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
Oh, with so you got a new person and you still hanging out with them. You saying like that's cool too?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if it just really depends on how the relationship ended. If the relationship ended bad and you guys weren't on good terms, of course it's gonna be a little bit weird to kind of go that direction. But if you guys just kind of said, you know what, we're just not meant for each other. Like I'm doing this, you're doing that. Let's go ahead and part ways. Like why not? I think it's just like a maturity type level, but also like just yeah again like how the relationship is because I know some people are just extremely toxic or people aren't like just good for you and
Mm-hmm.
you left on a bad note and you're like you know what I just want to stay separated,
Mm-hmm.
but um but also I mean I wouldn't say like we need to be super buddy buddy because obviously you still had feelings for that person,
Okay.
so it's weird to a point. Like just keep it surface level at best.
Mm.
Like it doesn't need to be like a super deep friendship.
Well, okay. What if y'all were in the same friend group and like, say y'all were cool before y'all started dating, and
Mm.
then now, I mean, let's say it wasn't too serious. Maybe it was like a six months to a year relationship,
Yeah, and
and
you
then
have the
y'all
same
kind of like
friends.
fell off, but y'all still in the same friend group and shit. Like,
Honestly, that never happened to me, so I don't really know how that is. I actually haven't dated anybody.
a couple years.
No, it's been more than a couple years. For me since I've dated someone, um, but yeah, I think it's just more. It's just yeah. I haven't. I've never done that before, so I don't know how I can respond to that. To be completely honest, well,
It
also
is kind of weird. It's like, I mean, yeah, yeah, I guess. So I think about it like this, like, kind of t- going off of what you just said. Yeah, you could be friends with an ex if the relationship was respectful or whatever.
yeah,
And really, I guess it really depends on who broke up with who. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because if you broke up with her and she still got feeling, or really it doesn't really matter who breaks up with who, I guess, because if y'all both got feelings, then it's like, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. It's like a touchy subject. So to me, you could be friends with her. Maybe if y'all, I don't think y'all could be genuine friends. I think y'all could be like
Acquaintances.
acquaintance associates.
Yeah.
Like it don't. I don't think you would really ever. Well, actually, that's not true though. Cause some people they go to their exes like weddings and
It's
shit like that.
depending. It's depending on the situation. It's very situational. That's really what it boils down to be. Like
Hmm.
it's a case by case situation. So it like you may not. It's not going to be the same for all your exes.
Hmm.
And if you have a lot of exes that are your friend, well, chances are if it's more than two, then chances are you're probably the issue. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wait, if what's more than two?
If you got more than two exes and you're friends with them, I'm like, I'm thinking like, yeah, you were probably the issue.
Why you say that?
Cause I'm like, why? I don't know. I'm not befriending like more than like two exes. Why do you have so many exes? That's the
Wait,
thing
are
for
are
me.
you saying this in a perspective of the new partner, or are you saying it just as a friend looking outside and talking to your friend? Like, why you got so many ex friends, or where you
Both.
come?
Like
Because
I'm
if
not trying to
my
be.
homeboy or my homegirl got a gang of exes that's still friends or whatever, that might indicate that they're not that bad of a person when it comes to like,
No, they might not be bad people, but they might be bad at relationships, and that'd be like red flags for me, especially if I was like in a relationship with you and you had a whole bunch of friends that were your exes. I'd be like, yeah, you're probably not good at relationships, and you probably need to work on yourself more, and I don't need to be here.
damn that.
That's what
Go a
I'm
little
reading.
deeper into that. Like, why you say that though? Because like somebody gonna
Because
listen to that and be like, I don't understand.
because because you can't find because you're well, what it seems to me from the outside looking in is the fact that you can't find what works, or you can't stick around with something long enough to make it work.
Mm.
I think relationships, I think a lot of people, once you get out that honeymoon phase, or if you're not trying to be serious, because some people just don't date seriously.
Long
From
term,
yeah,
yeah.
for me, I don't want to, like, I'm a very particular person, so I don't want to be I don't want to be around just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going to date you, then you're going to be like, my
You're
mind is
courting
like,
them for
yeah,
marriage type.
exactly. Like,
Okay.
I'm taking it serious. So I'm not trying to just date around and like flings and shit like that. So
Damn, that's actually that's a good point too. I like that topic because it's like, do you feel like, and obviously you might feel biased towards this because you just said how you kind of look at relationships,
yeah.
but do you feel like people who do the opposite, who kind of date around and feel for what they like and don't like, do you think they're wasting people's time?
No. Well, it depends on their age, honestly, or either their age or when they started to date people seriously. Because one thing is like, if you're young and you're just dating around trying to figure stuff out, okay, I understand that. Like, of course, you don't know what you like because you haven't been on the market that long, or you haven't been out there. Like, you have to feel things out. So that's just like age thing. So I'm not tripping off any kids. But let's say you're like uh late 20s, early 30s, and you're still like um really bouncing around and stuff. That's like, okay, well, you need to really start self evaluating. That's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, if you're running through like a different girls or different guys every 2 3 years, all right, that's fair. You're still kind of playing the field, figuring stuff out. But if you're going through different girls every year, every couple of months, then that means like you're not being serious. You don't have respect. I don't. I think like,
This is your perspective
yeah,
on it. Yeah.
right. Like you don't have a lot of respect for yourself, or you just really don't know who you are as a person.
Mm.
That's
Damn.
that's how I'm looking at it, because
Yeah.
somebody who is sure of themselves knows what they want, and if
Mm-hmm.
you're not coming with that, or you're not willing to work through it with somebody, or find people who have those characteristics that you're looking for, and then obviously that you're looking in the wrong places. One, two, you don't know who you are, and you need some more soul searching, or just figuring out what's going on with you before you get somebody else involved.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it definitely sounds like you're more intentional about what you're doing when you're doing it.
Right.
And that's not to say anybody's wrong for doing whatever the
No,
fuck they doing,
definitely
because
not.
there's pros and cons to everything, right?
For
So
sure.
even if somebody, for example, were to get locked in and get serious about somebody or whatever, and now they're progressing into this relationship and it's moving forward or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you still got to be mindful of like, okay, long term, how am I gonna feel about this person? Am I gonna have any type of resentment towards them maybe me not experiencing my youth or whatever the
Yeah.
way I thought I should or whatever. And also, like, I look at it like this, like, okay, what if you meet a person, you have the intent to move forward or whatever, but you just kind of grow out of that space with them, and it's not necessarily you just bouncing from person to person,
No,
but
that's
you are
fair.
in your late 20s or your early 30s, and now it's come to the point where it's like, okay, I've had a couple major relationships,
Yeah.
none of them I haven't seen them through to marriage or whatever the fuck. 'Cause some people's goal isn't marriage. Some people just want to,
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
that's a critical thing too. Like, it just really depends on where you're at. Are you trying to get married? Are you
Mm-hmm.
looking for a life partner? Like, it just really depends. And
What you looking for?
different relationships work for different people. Like, because my relationship isn't going to look the same to your
Somebody else,
relationship,
yeah.
or anybody else's. Like, what works for like the people in that relationship works for them. There's people out there that have open relationships that are able
That's
to
true.
date multiple people, or all that polyamorous or whatever it's called.
So would you do that shit?
Uh, I'm not really.
Poly relationship?
I'm not really looking for something like that. I think it's I already have enough on my plate trying to deal with my own self,
Yeah.
and then having somebody else like being in a relationship about somebody that I actually
Uh huh.
care about, like adding those things would be like adding somebody else to it would be difficult and a lot. So I'm not saying no, but I'm also like not really.
Okay.
I'm not looking for something nothing like that. So
Y'all leave a comment. Do y'all think it would be cool to be cool with your ex? And if you are cool with your ex, like, how does that relationship look? Like, is it strictly platonic? Do y'all still mess around from time to time? Is your ex or your current partner cool with it? How
yeah,
does that look? Like, to me, I feel like you could be cordial with your ex. Cool is kind of a stretch. I think maybe like so like, all right, you say you could
I'm not trying to go to the movies with them like that. Like
so lunch and all that shit is
yeah,
out.
like if you go to brunch or you go get a coffee, something to drink or something like that, catch up, talk, whatever, that's fine. But I'm not trying to. I'm
It's
not.
fine for who?
Yeah,
Both
like
parties or just the guy?
what do you mean?
Like, so would you be cool with your girl doing some shit like that?
Uh, definitely not. No,
Okay
no. I'm
then.
saying like, and that's why I'm like, well, if you're not in a relationship and you're just cool with your ex, there's no problem. Like, of course, that's all good. But if you're in a relationship and you're cool with your ex or cordial with them or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. Just I wouldn't be going out alone with my ex. I'll have to be with my girl.
Mm.
Like it'll be like, oh, okay, she knows the deal. She's coming, all that other stuff. But it's just like trying to hang out one on one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that.
That's kind of a violation.
Yeah, I think it'd be. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot, and that could go towards somebody like your own insecurities and all that other stuff. I know some people be like, well, I can go hang out with my ex or whatever, and I got a girl or, I got a man. I can go hang out with my ex, whatever the case is. But uh, yeah,
Is that insecure? Like,
I think it's like lack of I kind of feel like it's lack of respect on the other person's end,
mm.
and
Even if they tell you and they show you that, and you don't got that feeling about them, like, oh no, I don't really get that feeling from her.
nah, just the respect aspect. That's what it is for me. I think if you if you got enough respect for a person, um, you wouldn't want to go like, yeah, you wouldn't put them in that tough jam because
Mm.
just like you were saying, like put the shoe in your foot, like
Are you cool with that or
yeah,
whatever?
are you gonna be like, would you want that?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're not like aware of like all of the details about that relationship, how it ended, why, all of that stuff. There's a lot of
So
shit.
okay, so say for example, like they're aware and they know like this ain't really like that shit wasn't really nothing, and at the point like okay they were cool too way before that, but now this person just randomly hit them up like, hey, I'm gonna be back in your city soon. You want to grab lunch or whatever? Like, are you still saying that's not cool just off of the respect thing? Because like now you know the security side of things. Like, okay, it's not that. It's
I mean, I think you can, again, it's case by case situation. I wouldn't go into like I wouldn't do that with a person that I still have um a level of feelings for, because if
mm-hmm.
you have some type of feelings for that person, then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, to be completely honest. Because like let's say you are doing that
Mm-hmm.
with someone, and it was completely innocent at first, but now you're kind of seeing why you like them to begin with again, and
You
like
start
some
falling back against it.
exactly, and now like you're messing up a situation that you're already in just because you're still hanging out with your ex. So you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, and that's how I'm looking at it.
Mm.
So it's just like, just be respectful with it, and just I don't know, just not don't set yourself up for failure. And I feel like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
I
think that's
like
just
that.
what it is.
Okay, 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 okay. That's a good answer. Y'all leave a comment on how y'all feel about that. So, and
What about you? What are you doing? How you looking at
Me
it?
personally, I wouldn't. I'm not cool with my chick hanging out with any niggas one on one,
Yeah.
unless it's family. You can call it insecurity. You can call it whatever you want. I call it respect. You
That's
feel
fair.
what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying?
I
Because
definitely understand.
I'm not gonna give any nigga the opportunity to. Like, even if I trusted my chick or whatever wholeheartedly, I still know how things happen. Like, I'm not oblivious to how situations or whatever occur. Like, you know what? I'll even use a little Andrew Tate example. Like, okay, like even if I'm in a nice area, I'm not gonna leave my car door unlocked. Like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
true.
fine. Like, I trust that I might be in a cool area, but I'm still not gonna let that happen. I'm still not gonna
Yeah,
give you the opportunity to do that.
right.
And I watched this video the other day, and
That's hilarious. The Andrew Tate thing. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I think that was a good
No,
a
it's a
good
pretty good
point that
part.
he made. But
Yeah.
um, and this kind of another question. So like
Well,
it kind of
what were you saying that you watched the other day?
oh yeah, this that's what I was about to say.
Oh,
So
my
this is
bad.
like kind of it ties into what we were just talking about. So this chick, she was mad at her boyfriend for still texting his ex's brother. So his ex girlfriend,
Yeah.
her little brother or her older brother or whatever. They were
Mm-hmm.
cool before
Yeah.
him and his current girlfriend got together, and she was tripping off the fact that they still text and talk and have a friendship.
Yeah.
Is that a violation?
Definitely not. Well, not in my eyes. And also, like, it just depends on like, honestly, really.
Because they were friends before.
Yeah, they were friends before, one, and then two, like, it's not like honestly, I think I don't know. It's a case by case situation again with that, because if he's prone, if she knows that he's a cheater or that he's been unfaithful before, he's been caught texting other girls or doing other things that were, uh,
Not
kind
cool.
of in that gray area, making her feel insecure
But
or
what if that's not the case? What if it's just like, hey, I'm with her. I've been serious about her, but
if that's not the
hey,
case,
that's
then
still my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, that's the case. If that's not the case, then
she should respect that.
yeah, I think anybody who is secure in their relationship won't feel any type of way about you having any type of friendship with anyone.
So, okay, are you, for example, so say your girl or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
still texts her ex's sister, and they're still friends, and they've been cool or whatever for.
Definitely don't care.
You don't care?
I
Okay.
don't care.
So I kind of agree a little bit. Like I could see both sides of it. Like uh because there is that door still open,
Yeah.
because it's like this person that you dealing with, they're always going to be a part of that friend's life. Like, that's their sibling.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, like it's like you don't want to be a dictator to who your girl or your guy's friends with. Like, it kind
Right.
of just super. It's a little too much, in
And
my
also,
opinion.
it kind of depends on like what's going on, like what
Are y'all
scene.
linking
Yeah.
at the house or something, or are y'all linking like?
Right. Because I mean, you and me are brothers. I don't hang out with any of your friends. Well, I mean, not anymore. Like.
Nah, but that wouldn't even. That's not the same though.
But no, well, true, but I'm just saying, like, um, let's say, um, well, what would
Because
be
if
the
it, it would be like,
yeah,
okay,
well, you
if,
don't hang out with it. Yeah, you don't hang out with it. So I mean,
but no, that's not the same though. That's
well,
not the same dynamic. Because it would be, for example, it would be like,
let's. But I'm saying for us specifically, like, let's say, my girl ends up leaving me, but she's still cool with our
Jamila.
sister,
Yeah,
right?
she's like,
So
she's
that's what
cool
I'm
with
saying.
Jamila.
Right. Okay. So if she's still good with our sister,
Mm-hmm.
she ends up leaving me or whatever, and we end up breaking it off.
That's
But
for her next boyfriend to decide. Like,
right.
okay, is this?
But I'm saying, like, I don't hang out with our sister like that. So we're not sitting there trying to, like, I'm not going to places that she frequents or anything like that. So
But you gotta look at it from his perspective. He don't know that. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what you and your sister's relationship is like. He just like,
I'm not saying
why you
I'm
still
not
tied
saying
in with their family?
yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean, I
saying?
guess
So
it's
it's like,
case
it's
by
kind
case
of like a,
situation. But honestly, I don't particularly care, but also, like, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I
Mm-hmm.
can read a room. So if somebody is doing something wrong to me, or if I feel like
It's
there
iffy.
might be, there might be some type of situation going on, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
catch it. And if I catch it and it's not something I like,
It's an issue. Yeah.
then it's a done deal because um,
Yeah. No, I
you
feel
know.
that. So, and like we'll just put it like this. In conclusion, it's cool. Let your person be cool with whoever they cool with, as long as the relationship's respectful. It shouldn't be no issue, man. I don't see any issue with a girl or a guy being friends with somebody that whatever, unless they're like being like, unless they're still around that person's sibling or their ex in this example, then I think like, okay, you guys can't be all kicking it together. But if you and her went to go get y'all's nails done, or y'all grabbing drinks or some shit, that don't got nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? And or whatever the case may be. But you definitely it's like a yellow flag, something you want to be more aware of. But yeah, I think that could kind of be it's a gray area a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, okay, do you think social media is ruining this generation slash relationships?
Do I think social media ruins relationships for this generation?
Nah, this generation and relationships. Like, do you think
Oh,
it's
so they're two. So
yeah
they're
two
separate
two
things.
crap? Yeah.
Um, it's a double edged sword. It's a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think social media allows people to be more connected, and have more access to things that access to people and information that you would never have had in the past before.
Right.
So I think that's a great thing about social media and, like, just the internet in general. But um, but yeah, I think the consumption of it and how sometimes people can't really dictate whether or not to, like, kind of live their life off of line, and like how much information you want to actually put out there personally. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where a lot of people kind of go left.
So okay, that's good. I mean, that's fair. So it is a double edged sword. So I think like it can. Damn, it is kind of like it. It's like it is ruining the generation a little bit, like
No, for
our
sure.
with our attention, like
Your
because I
attention, yeah.
noticed. You remember when what's it called? What's the short form content called?
Uh,
Reels and shit
Vines.
like that. Like not yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, I guess so. Vines. Um, I was more so talking about YouTube.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
remember because yeah, definitely that though. I didn't even think about that, but I'm thinking more of YouTube when they drop reels.
Oh,
Like
okay.
uh cuz originally like YouTube is like a long like
Long form content.
yeah, content. So when
Yeah.
you look at it, you go on there expecting to watch a longer video, but when they first introduced that,
Yeah.
um I kind of was like, what the fuck? I'm not watching this shit. Like, and then I noticed like I'll catch myself on reels for like an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like I didn't even realize I'm watching bullshit and I don't even really remember none of this shit.
Yeah.
And I also be on Instagram saving hella shit, never going to the save shit. It's like I don't know, it's like
I'll occasionally hop over there. No, but sometimes that happens to me too.
it's like that shit is it I feel like the good in social media is connecting people and you have like a wider net of people that you can put eyes on, like people can put eyes on you or you can put eyes on them.
Right.
But at the same time, like it is hurtful because like it is kind of like changing how we look at social media or whatever.
There's no structure to it
Yeah.
because you have that free will of being able to spend as much time as you want on there, which you should have. You should have that ability to say, like, I want to put, I want to spend X, Y, and Z amount of time in this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine. But you can find yourself just like,
Endlessly scrolling.
yeah, exactly, and then hours go by. You're just not being as productive, or you're putting too much energy into it, and you're too caught up into it, and you're not actually seeing life for what it actually should be, and but instead you're just trying to live your life online. So
Yeah.
that's why, for me, I try to restrain the type of, like, the information. I'm a pretty private person. I don't really like being
Too in the mix.
yeah, I don't like being in the mix. Hell, I don't even like going outside. I'll like out out. When I say outside, I mean like just going out
Public,
in
yeah.
public. Yeah, you know. But like, yeah, I'm not really trying to go out and be in any functions really, to be completely honest. But
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, and I definitely don't like posting like stuff about myself online.
Yeah.
Uh, so I try to use the internet as like work and like a place where I can, use
As
it for yeah, use
for
it
what
for
it's yeah.
yeah, make something for from it and make it be beneficial for me, and then live my regular life, my real life offline, because the people I care about are not online,
Yeah,
So I
I
don't
know what you mean by that.
so I don't necessarily, and not to say that if you grow a community of people or anything like that,
It can't be good.
yeah, that it can't be good. And you can't form connections and things of that sort. And
Mm-hmm.
or sure, you can have like bonds with like the people, the followers, and other people online and
Supporters and
whatnot,
shit, yeah.
for sure. And that's cool. But when I get offline, when I log off, like the only people that matter to me is like the people who,
In your nucleus, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And like, and not to say that I'm not wishing, the support group and everything like that, and your followers
It
and
can
everything.
blossom to something
Right.
real though.
I think it's just different. But most people who are online, they're consuming content, not making content.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just consuming content and you don't make anything, well, everything I just said is negated. Everything, you shouldn't even care about whatever anybody's saying online, because none of
Mm-hmm.
that shit even
It
matters.
doesn't affect you, yeah. Damn. So what about the relationship aspect of things?
No, well, yeah, that too. I mean,
Cause the relationship shit is like
it's
you think
yeah,
it's like cause you see like online now, like people are kind of idolizing these relationships or these
yeah,
fake ass like that shit just be
yeah.
weird. You know what
That
I'm
is
saying?
weird because you're always constantly comparing yourself to people
What's going on and all
and
that?
like other relationships, and that's never good, because like you like not just social media, or just the internet, because people have been comparing themselves to any type of content, like anybody who makes like movies and uh, magazines, all sorts of stuff. So people have always been comparing themselves to others for forever. But since the internet and since social media specifically,
That shit ramped it up.
yeah, it ramped it up because it's more accessible, and you have more access to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're closer to celebrities than you ever been, by
Facts.
just because it's so personal. They,
Mm-hmm.
they get to post their content, so you get to see them on a regular basis and get to follow them and see everything that they're doing, because most people were doing that.
Awesome that shit.
Right, and then girls are obviously doing a lot of OnlyFans. I know that was a big thing out there,
You
and
think that shit kind of like
that also
ruining our generation a little bit?
I think our society, how we
Start
was,
normalizing it.
I think well, if I think those are two different things, honestly. Uh,
The OnlyFans or what?
if we're gonna get into the OnlyFans thing, because I'm about to go into a whole nother tangent if I get
Oh
in
nah,
that.
go ahead.
But if we're just talking about social media, so let's just keep it PG for right now, like just the
Mhm.
social media aspect of it. It is just a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's like it's very beneficial. You can meet new people, have access to people that you've never have access before, and I think that's a beautiful thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a great thing. But also, it's another. It's just bad because some parts of it's bad because you can uh, basically just get so involved and lose track of time. Not only just lose track of time, but
Mm-hmm.
just like get out of touch of like what's actually important
Right.
in like real life. So that's just what it is. So I think it's just having a healthy balance of like screen time and then off screen time. Not just spending every hour that you have.
So get a healthy balance on everything.
Right, and use it to your advantage. Like, be productive when you're on the internet. If you're not making money on it, or if you're not
Mm-hmm.
some
You should
type
be
of
using it on
business,
your leisure time.
right? Or if it's not like just connecting you to people who are like
Elevating what you got going.
yeah, exactly, elevating something or contributing to you in some type of sense, then it's just a waste.
Nah, yeah, that's true. So my take on it is Use the internet sparingly. Like obviously, it's easier said than done because it is like a drug. It's a boost of a dopamine every time you scroll and you see something new.
Yeah.
So it is easier said than done. I'm not gonna take away from that aspect of things, but I will say like, hey, take the time to take a break. I actually like that TikTok does that little. They'll like if you scroll for 30, 40, 50 minutes or whatever, it will be like, hey, you've been scrolling for a minute. Take a break. That's when you just get off, man. Put your phone down for a second and be present in the real world, like, cause that shit can be real life addicting.
Yeah.
One, two, use it to your advantage, man. There's a lot of avenues to make money off of it and change your circumstance and those that you care about circumstance. So use it to your ability. Don't just be a victim to social media. As far as a relationship and shit like that go, you shouldn't be idolizing anybody personally. So that's my personal opinion. Yes, you can look up to couples and people that you want to aspire to be in some sort of way.
Yeah.
But you gotta also know
Like
who you're looking up to. So
right.
like I'm not taking advice from anybody who's not in a position that I'm looking to be in, right? So you wouldn't take financial advice from a bum, right? Or
Yeah.
you wouldn't take basketball lessons from a pianist. So know who's giving you the information and know how credible the information is that you're receiving.
No,
So everything is a balance in that, and make sure you have just have enough wherewithal in your mental to know like, okay, this is cool, this is not what's cool, and I think the youth should have an immediate cutoff limit. Like it shouldn't even be no debate with that shit.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
oh, okay, you've reached 3 hours. That's your max for today.
And that's why they started implementing that whole thing. You know, because they were pressed to do that. And I think the pressure does help. Obviously elevate or move along the process of like innovation. So, I think I know Congress was applying pressure for TikTok specifically for the United States, but even not even just the United States, because in Asia, I think it was like what Chinese.
Yeah,
they have that. That was already that was already on there. But
the STEM shit.
Yeah, exactly. The American program was different because the American audience is different, and that kind of ties back to what I was thinking about before when it goes to the OnlyFans thing, where like our society here in America is way different than a lot of other nations. And then specifically when we were talking about sex, we over sexualize things and it's like super taboo.
Facts.
And when you think about some of the Scandinavian countries, what are those places? They I think it's like the red light district and you know how
I think that's in Germany or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's one of those Scandinavian countries. I think it's like Norway or I don't know. It doesn't something like that, right? So they have a lot of that stuff going on out there. And I'm not saying that they have a huge healthy balance of sex and like realism and everything like that, because I don't know their situation or anything like that. So I'm not too educated on there, but I will say like prostitution, like it's a business. Same thing with like in Japan, like prostitution, like they have like things because they know like people are going to want to have sex. It's a natural thing. Everybody does it. Everybody wants to. Most people do it because I know some people are out there and they're atypical and all this other shit. But when for the most part, it's just like the fact that it's not. We kind of look down upon like sexualizing people and all these other things, and there's a lot of people who are out of touch with their sexuality, or they're just trying to come into it because they're not being educated about it from a young age. It's really weird. It's a weird area. And that's why like when we get to like the OnlyFans thing, like I think it does help people to a degree, but it can also be very bad. Like I think there's a lot of bad that goes to it, but I think there's some good that could come out of it.
So what are some of the good? Like
some of the good things is because like I think sex work in general is needed for those guys guys and girls or people out there who
Struggle with that.
yeah, exactly, who struggle with that and don't have access to people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
how
you're
does that?
inexperienced.
So OnlyFans is just like that's online though. Like I
Yeah,
get like actual physical sex work, like that's one thing. But OnlyFans is like
I think it's just more convenient. It's the same thing. It's a line of sex work. And I know like
because
OnlyFans.
that don't change if you're struggling getting a girl
Yeah,
and like you talking to a girl and spending money all day online. That's not gonna change you struggling with girls still. Like I mean, you might be able to you might be able to talk to a girl more often, but
right.
it's not changing like the actual physical aspect of you not being able to have sex with a girl. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
that's true. But
and also like the only reason I say that is because like a lot of these girls they think as soon as they get to of age to have OnlyFans, like that's their go to. Like, oh, this is how I'm gonna make money. Like they don't even set forth a real goal or plan in life to. They don't even try in life. They just literally go straight to selling their body,
I'm
which
not.
is a form
Well,
of selling
here's
your
the.
soul a little bit. I think, in my
Well,
opinion.
I think it's this. If your only asset to
The world,
society or to the world or to yourself is just
your
it's just
physical.
your looks, then you need to look deeper. There you need some character development. That's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're only thinking that's your only way of making money or whatever, now if that's just what you prefer to do, fine. There's I'm not going to shame someone for choosing to do this because it's a natural thing. It is a business, and there's something that some
Yeah, we're
and
not shaming it. I'm not
and
shaming it.
all I'm saying is a lot of people always have shit to talk about it, but there's a reason why they make so much money.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why because
Somebody's buying that shit.
exactly. So all the shit talking people are doing, and hell, half of the people who are shit talking are subscribed
Mm-hmm.
and doing all and like they're paying the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is not I'm not trying to like downplay anybody's choice of profession or whatever. I do think it kind of goes back to what you're saying. Just be like sensible about what you're getting into. Understand. Make sure you're being very well protected. I know a lot of these like industry girls or like in like the girls in the industry, they get pimped out. They don't
Mm-hmm.
make a lot of money. They get taken advantage of. They get strung out on drugs and stuff like that. So I think it's like if you're going to do this for a profession, be about your business and be on there, like create your own lane. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the OnlyFans thing allowed girls to kind of take control of their own lane.
I got a thought that just popped in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they, like, if the government or whatever actually set forth um, like, what's I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it. Like, basically, like the sex work. If they kind of legitimize the sex work, like this is a place that you can legally go and purchase that. And
I don't think it needs to.
no, I'm saying
I
if
don't
they
think the
did that,
government needs to be involved. I just don't think it needs to be illegal. It shouldn't be
yeah.
illegal to
So
that.
legalize. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
legalize.
So
Yeah,
whatever. If they did that aspect of it, that OnlyFans or online shit would dwindle because
it might not because of the conveniency of it.
but it's not. It's like it's two different things. Like
It's
one, you're physically getting it, and two, you're just talking online. So it's like,
well,
and you
some
just
people
seeing
might, some people may not, some people might be physically incapable of doing stuff.
no, I'm not saying
So
it's
you know
gonna
what
be
I'm saying?
dead, but I think it'll dwindle for sure.
I don't think so. I think it's
I think if you don't think if they legalize sex houses and there was places that you can just go or whatever, like because if you're say for example if you're purchasing an OnlyFans subscription and you chatting with this girl or whatever because you don't want to go to a sketchy part of town and potentially risk getting the STD or any of that other shit, right?
right.
Um, because it's not like uh, what's the word? Like it's not
Well, that's another thing, too.
regulated to where you know what I mean. These girls are getting tested weekly. These girls are there's condoms available. There's not like all of this shit, right? You don't think if there's a safe spot where people will actually be like, you know what, this is what I'd rather do or whatever.
some people will.
that they
I
would
think
take advantage of that?
most people will. Most people will, but that
And I
doesn't.
think over time, like
It's
niggas will be
not.
like, I'm not really fucking with that. I mean, I'm
Some
not
people.
saying they're
Some
gonna
people
lose
won't.
everything
Some
because
people
some people
won't.
specifically go to OnlyFans for specific girls. So like 9 times out of 10, if OnlyFans, it's not like you just get to see a plethora of bitches. It's just you're subscribed to who you're subscribed to. So you're watching their content, and I'm not saying that like you're gonna just lose out, but I definitely think that you're 100% gonna see like less and less people on the app because it's like, okay, I can really just go do this, and
Again,
I'm
like
getting the same
you're not.
attention, and I'm physically fucking with this chick now.
You're not understand. You're not counting the people who are one, who are socially awkward and don't feel comfortable being there. Two, don't they may not have the experience, so they don't want to embarrass themselves because some people are just embarrassed. That's just what it is. Um, and three, people who are physically not capable of doing it, but they can sit in front of a computer and talk to somebody, or they can watch somebody do
And
something on some
those would be
screen.
the people left over.
Exactly.
It'll dwindle.
And
though.
there's a lot of people like that. So and some people who are like self conscious about their weight or how they look or whatever. Like there's tons of people for
None
whatever
of that shit
reason.
matters if you paying for it though. Like the bitch ain't gonna be like, oh, he's too fat, so his money's no good, or his dick's too little, or whatever insecurity these niggas may be dealing with. When it comes to like sex work and you're paying for that act, it just makes them easier.
I don't know.
It's an easier day at work.
I can't say yeah or nay to that because the fact that one, I'm not in that position, and then two, like I don't know about how like the structuring of like the whole sex work would actually work, you know. So I'm like, I don't know if the girls can say, you know what, I want to take this customer, or I don't, you know, if they're being selective, if it's like a more like a tattoo artist, like you get to kind of pick and choose your client. Or you're just like kind of being like, well, yeah, you work at this establishment and you take whoever comes in the door. Like I don't know what that looks like. You know what I mean?
So I feel like if you in there, if you got money, you're gonna find what you looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna put it like that. If you got enough money to, whatever. And I'm not saying like it's gonna completely die down. And this is all hypotheticals. Like none of this shit really, this is all just what we talking about. But
I think it will come well in the future. But like, I don't think we're there yet. I think definitely we'll probably see it in the tail end of our lifetime though. Come.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Okay. Y'all leave a comment how y'all feel about that, man. Do you think sex work is needed? Y'all think that we should actually regulate that shit or what, man? Leave a comment.
No, I think it
like
should
the video up too.
I think it should be for sure, because if it is, it'll be safer because now there's going to be more guidelines to protect people and the people who are the sex workers themselves, and then the people who are also buying the product or using the service. So
sell it. I'm for that, man. I'm for all of that. I think it's better.
And then also some people I think it'll help with some of the weird guys. A lot of y'all guys out there, are just like
weirdos.
Yeah, and it's really because they just don't get that affection that they need, and
but that stems from a deeper root of problem.
Yeah,
like some of you guys, I don't know. It's just that's a whole nother subject. So what is your 2 weeks? Because today is the 16th. So, what is your 2 weeks into the new year look like so far? Like how's your 2 weeks spent? The last 2 weeks spent into the
productive
new year?
Actually. Is it 2 weeks? It's been 2 weeks.
Yep, 16th.
Yeah. Yeah, productive. I guess. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing that I've been doing. That I've been on for the most part. So I don't know. I'm just not really. I didn't do any New Year resolution or anything like that. I'm not really trying to focus on that. I think I did a lot of evaluating last year and growth. Last year I went full time doing my own thing. Like that was the first time I've been self-employed. So that has been
A journey.
a huge journey. So it's a huge learning process
Shout
as
out
well.
Forbidden. Shout out Hidden.
Yeah,
Nah, big
but
facts.
for sure, and then just kind of taking a step back and just reevaluating what I wanted to do and how like my approach to it and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was different. So right now I'm doing some new stuff and we'll kind of tie them back to what I was doing before. But but I don't know. I think I just been pretty productive. But at the end of the day, it's just like um, I'm just trying to take a step at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also not going to put timestamps on my
Goals that you have.
yeah. Don't put
Mm-hmm.
any timestamps. Don't put timestamps on your life milestone on your life in general. Like don't think that you need to have something done at this particular age, at this particular moment, whatever. Like if you want something, this is how my mindset right now.
That touches on the divine timing. That was on episode 1. We talked on that. We on episode 3 already. I love that.
Yeah.
But now, what were you saying?
Uh yeah, I think it's just like if you want something, put it out there in the world, say, and then work towards it, and that's it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it'll happen to you the way it needs to happen to you, and when it needs to happen. Just don't force it, And I think when people kind of put those timestamps and like, oh, I need to do it by this time, or I need to have it by this time, you only set yourself up for disappointment when you don't, when if you come up short. So to avoid all of that, because and also like to kind of touch more on that, let's say that you did do something right, like compare last year. Let's say somebody had a real bad like okay last year, pretty standard, nothing more than you usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year you did a fantastic job, like you did an amazing job, way more than you ever did, but not what you were planning for. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to do 10 times as much stuff that you 10 times as much
Yeah.
things that you did this year, or last year or
Last year,
whatever,
yeah.
last year. So you put that as your resolution. I want to do, like, I want to 10x whatever I've been doing. You go out there, you go out there and you only do 2 times as much. Now
Still
you
two
feel like
times, though.
exactly, that's somebody who is looking at it in a sensible light. But at the end of the day, some people might like look at it. Well, I missed my goal and I feel like a failure. I didn't do what I set out to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case. Like, so I'm not, that's kind of where I'm at. Where
It's a mindset thing.
I'm
For
not.
real.
I'm just taking a step at a time, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the process. That's really what it is.
That's really what it's all about too. Like that whole process, because like at the end of the day, like that's all we're doing it for the experience. Like at the end of the day, once you get
Mm-hmm.
where you're going, it's not gonna really mean shit
Yeah,
to
because
you
it's not
if
your
you
last
don't
one.
if you didn't really enjoy that. Like so
But not only just that, like once you get where you're going, you finally reach your goal, right?
that
Now
shit
you
just
got enough.
you
Now
got
you
another goal.
yeah, like okay, I finally got here. What am I supposed to do next? So just kind of
Facts.
pace yourself through it, and like, hey, you know what?
Because
This is
if
what
you
I'm
look
gonna do.
at it like all throughout, like say from since middle school, like damn, I just want to graduate. I want to get out of, you know what I'm saying? I want to get out of school. I want to whatever. I want to be free. I don't want to have to go back to school no more.
Yeah,
And then you graduate, like you completed that goal, and it's like okay, I did that shit, and only you just look back at the good memories that you had going through school. You're not really looking at it like, oh, well, I mean, you might look at it like I'm out. I don't got to worry about that shit for a small period of time. But when you think about that actual process, you're not gonna be looking at it like negative or no shit like that. So I definitely agree. Like take your time with it and move at your own pace. Um, Me personally, same thing. Very productive. I'm on stream number 8 in 3 weeks. So or by the end of this week it'll be 9. So 9 videos up in a 3 week time period. I'm feeling good. We on fire. We staying consistent. We staying motivated, and we playing around with different shit. So and I have been receiving like an influx of positive comments and messages and shit like that, and that means the world to me. That even that somebody even gives a fuck enough to tap in, or just show love. Like, hey, I see what you're doing, or just saluting whatever the fuck I got going, because it's like,
Yeah.
That shit, like, you don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to tap in. You don't have to be present. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to subscribe or none of that. But you do. And yeah, I'm just extremely appreciative of that. And yeah, so shit, we starting the year off good, and we gonna end it off good too. So we just pushing, we just working, and yeah, nigga.
No, I think that's fair. Also, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's important to remember not to do, because you could be doing a whole lot of nothing,
Yeah.
because you can be moving a lot but not not going anywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
I think making sure every move that you make is intentional and it's calculated
And this
is
the
important.
talk we had off stream last week. Like, basically just making sure that the quality of what you putting out is overpower or overrules the quantity.
Yeah.
And that's why we playing around with a lot of different things. Like, this is episode 3, so the content that we're putting out might be different. Like, next week, there's no telling what we're gonna be doing, but whatever we're gonna keep tweaking it until we find like our niche and like, oh yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all new, it's all fresh. We only 16 days into the new year. And my biggest goal was to stay consistent with something, but who knows, next year it might be to elevate what I got going. Like, obviously I want to elevate, and like I've been saying, like, put out better and better content weekly. But my biggest struggle last year was consistency. So the fact that I've been pushing it out like that, it means the world to me. Like, even if it isn't necessarily what others may look at, like, whatever, like, oh, that shit, whatever, that's cool. I'm not tripping on that. My whole thing was to stay consistent with something. I'll focus on the other shit on the back end. Like, we'll get better on the other shit. That just comes with time. That just comes with hustle. That comes with whatever. So, like I told you guys, before Jamal hopped in, of course the equipment's gonna come. Of course, whatever. Like, all of that shit, I'm gonna invest into all of that shit when it's due time. But I don't want to invest too heavy too early before I even, 1, get comfortable with it, 2, get better at it, 3, have like an audience. Like, we still in the very, very, like, beginning. We scratching the surface. This is groundwork. So yeah, we're gonna be pumping out a whole lot more better content coming out soon. But at the end of the day, like, give us time, give us grace. We only 3 episodes in. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say what episode 195 might look like, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's still, we just figuring it out. You know what I mean? So, like I said, give us grace, give us time, and we gonna get to it, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, I love that, and I'm air horned out, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So let's hop on to the next subject. We gonna switch it up. This next question is a little it's a little funny. This is a question that's probably been around since the beginning of time. Ass or titties? Ass or titties?
I think
What is a must though?
no. It's only one answer to the question, but the thing is, I think it just comes with maturity. Boys like tits, men like ass.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Kanye got him one. She got straight titties. She don't got no ass.
No,
That
sir.
nigga 50 damn near.
No, sir.
I don't like.
Also, like, I'm not saying your age doesn't have anything to do with your mindset. You can still be a child mentally and be a 50-year-old guy. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by a child though? Like, why?
Like a boy. I'm saying boys.
What do you think? Like, but you
A
using
child
him as an
mindset?
example. What would you think is like childish? about his mindset.
I'm not talking about Kanye specifically. I'm saying you can be whatever age.
So if
but
your
age
like titties more than ass, then you more childish.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you absolutely childish. So how you? Wait,
I'm saying he.
What's
childish
about that?
No, I'm saying he. I'm not saying he's childish. I'm saying that he's a boy.
Okay, so get into that. Explain
like that.
What is boyish about liking titties more than?
There's nothing wrong with liking tits. Or
more than
breasts. But I'm saying when you come to a certain age, you're like, all right, like it just makes sense. Like ass is just there.
So no, like, you not explaining that shit. You not explaining that shit.
It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be super. It doesn't need to be super like well thought out or anything like that.
Yes, it does. You can't say that.
It's not science. It doesn't need to be scientific or anything. It's like, hey, ass is better than tits. It just is. Because if you think about it, somebody walks in super heavy on the front end, but straight back. No, no cheeks.
Seen Kanye's bitch?
I don't even know who Kanye's chick is.
I'm talking. Show you.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about
you.
Straight back. There's no way. There's no way that's even.
Like, okay, you gotta be shapely. I'm not saying you can't be bare bone. Like that's not never cool. But she just straight titties. Wait, hold on. Straight titties.
But I can't see the.
She don't got no ass. I just showed you. She look. I said she's shapely, but she don't got no ass. So.
Okay. I think that determine like, look. I'm not saying.
Look, y'all, the answer changing now.
No, it's definitely not changing.
Can they see it? Yeah, I see what's going on. Straight titties. So to me,
the streaming, what you call it, is bad.
That shit.
The quality is bad. I don't know
what the fuck going on.
Hold on. Wait. I don't know if that's.
Is this shit choppy for y'all?
Yeah.
If it's choppy, let us know. Leave a comment or something.
But what I was saying, I don't know who that is. Like, well, I don't know what her situation looks like in person. You know, because some things can be, you know, obviously edited.
She got more titties than ass. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So how you feel about that?
I'm talking. Your definition of ass might be different from my definition of ass, because my definition of ass is something that is proportionate to your body that looks good. Because you can be a small girl but have a nice ass, but it's like it's proportional to your body and it looks right, and it's not super small, you know.
Yeah, I didn't say flat back.
That's what I'm saying.
And we not saying the bitches with ass got no titties. We just saying ass or titties. And you said that you like ass, so that's cool.
Yeah. But
you said you also threw a slug to the niggas who like titties, and you said that they're boys. So I'm asking you to break down what you mean by that.
Like I said, it's a saying. It's a well-known saying.
What? I've never heard.
You've never heard that?
Let me know if you ever heard. What's the saying?
That's a very well-known saying.
What's the saying?
Boys like tits, men like ass. It's a very well-known.
Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
Somebody please leave a comment saying y'all ever heard that saying.
That's a very well-known saying.
I've never. We said well-known. Niggas gotta know that.
Just because you
it's got to be well known.
Just because you don't know it doesn't mean it's not well known.
I've never heard boys like
how many people hold on. To what you just said, right? There's like pop stars out there right now that are well known to a lot of people, but you don't know. Right? Same like artists.
But movie stars, are in the same. No, listen, we're in the same ecosystem. So if a nigga in China or something says some shit like that, okay, I get it.
No, I'm talking about
we grew up in a different area.
It can still be here. You can still be here. There's a bunch of people who are well known, like actors and stuff, and we don't even know their names. I don't know who that person is, right? So I'm just saying, like, you can be well known, but people don't. Not everyone's going to know you.
But I'm saying this: the fact that we're in the same ecosystem should let me know if something's well known. That
what we should probably. What is the ecosystem?
Okay, we grew up in the same area. We grew up in the same household. We're around the same age.
Yeah, but
we have similar interests. So if something's
that's not true.
We have similar interests. I'm not saying we're the same or whatever. We have whatever. But I'm saying if something's well known to you,
I don't think
I should probably know something about it.
no,
So
definitely
that's
not.
what I'm saying.
No, definitely not.
Y'all
because
let me know if this shit is out
that's
there.
not.
Have y'all ever heard that shit before?
Everybody should know. Most people have heard that. And definitely most guys have heard that. That's a well-known saying. One, and then two,
I gotta see the
going back to what you were saying. I definitely don't think that that matters because just because you are, just because we grow up in the same area and all that other stuff. One, our age is different. Two, yes, we are close in age, but our age is different. I don't do a lot of the stuff that you do, and I'm not into a lot of stuff that you're into. So, of course, I'm gonna have a different scope of things.
So go back to breaking down why it's boyish to like
tits. I don't think it's boyish. Obviously, I don't think it's boyish to like tits. But obviously, whenever you are growing up, like the first thing that you notice about a woman are their breasts. Mm-hmm. Like when you're getting older, when you find out like a girl is different from a guy and all this other stuff, like your first thing you're gonna know is like, oh, her chest is different from mine, or this person's chest is different from mine, and I like that. You don't know why you like it. You just like, I like that, and I appreciate it. So most guys are gonna be like that. Most guys, titties. And don't get me wrong, kids can be into ass too. Like little boys can be into ass too. But when they're looking at women, they're gonna be like the first thing they're gonna know is like, oh, okay, boobs. That's just what it is. And when you get older, that's when you're like, oh, I have like a finer taste. Like it's kind of like beer and wine. Like yeah, they're both great if you want to get buzzed or whatever. If your aim is just to, get a little buzz or whatever, but it's a finer taste. Like you have a finer palate if you're an ass dude, that's just what it is.
Yeah, I can.
Like it's an acquired taste. Like not everybody, and don't get me wrong. Like not all guys want like a huge ass. Because some guys are like, that's too much for me, or that doesn't look good, or it's unproportionate, or whatever the case is. And I'm not trying to like obviously over sexualize women or anything like that, but like I'm just saying what it is.
I agree though. I'm with the ass though. I'm with ass over titties, and even if it is proportionate, like even if a girl has like
unproportionate or proportionate.
No, I said proportionate. Like even
it has to be.
Yeah, like if she had I can't say that because I'll deal with a flat chested chick with a huge ass, but I won't do the same in reverse. I won't deal with a bit. So
that's what I'm saying.
It is disproportionate for the ass to titty ratio, but for the titty to ass ratio, some niggas don't.
No, not proportionate. No. When I say like the ass has to be proportionate, the ass has to be just proportionate to your body. I don't care about your tits. You can have huge tits or you can have small tits. I don't care about that. Like whatever.
So if you were to run into her, and you seen her and everything else was good, but she don't have like necessarily the ass that you would want long term. You might want to hit her or something, but you're not like, no, I'm not going to really too much take her serious long term. Like, would you still look into that? Because it's like, okay, here she go. Like, everything's nice, but she just is not all the way there back there. Is that out of, what is that?
Well, it'll be different from, like, if I was younger, yeah.
No, at this current age.
No, I'm not doing that.
So you meet a perfect like.
No, it's not. They don't need to be perfect. It's just the fact that I'm at my current age. I'm not seeking out women just to. Well, one, I'm not looking for any women.
Yeah,
but if I was hypothetically if I was single, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be looking for. Okay, you don't gotta show me. She's all right.
I'm just. The only reason I'm saying this, y'all, is because it's like.
I'm not trying to. I'm at an age where I'm looking for something serious. I'm not trying to sit here and look. Be just smashing chicks.
That's that's what I'm saying. Like, say this was like your soulmate, but she don't got no ass though.
She gonna have to hit the gym. That's just what it is. You can grow an ass.
And we had this debate before off camera, but I already said it. Like, even if you just not built like that, you can't hit the gym and just get that.
You can grow something proportionate for your body type.
But it's not gonna be.
You can grow something proportionate for your body type. You get enough protein intake. You lift heavy enough, because some chicks aren't lifting heavy
built
enough.
like they daddy. They just top. Some niggas is built like they mama. Got hips and shit. No matter how many calories you cut, you still got big ass hips and calves and ass and shit, bro. You can't do nothing about that. And you can be small and still built like that. So it doesn't really. It's genetics. So to me, some of it's
genetic. Yeah, no.
You know what I'm
genetics saying? plays a large role in it. Yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, you can always improve by just going to work out. And if you got
definitely can improve by workout.
If you got, little pancakes behind you, you can get something. You can and I'm not saying it's gonna look like a
it ain't gonna be
it's not gonna be a peach.
It's just gonna
be a
lot
or
of
something like that, but it'll just be it'll be something. You can get some buns.
Chad, let us know how y'all feel about that. Are you guys ass for titties?
What about the girls? What's the equivalent for guys?
Damn. That's a good ass question. Cause most niggas is just
I guess just like dad bod or like super chiseled, right?
Nah.
Would that be the same? No, I guess because there is no equivalent for girls.
Because we only have one thing. Like girls, they got multiple things. Like for them, they get ass, titties, and vagina. We just have a penis.
Well, but the vagina was never in the discussion though.
Yeah, but I mean like assets that they have.
No, I got
physical assets that niggas like look at or lust for.
Yeah. Do girls even look at us? Yeah, they look at ass. Girls look at ass, I think. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I probably was. Yeah, I don't. I guess theirs would be. I really don't fucking know. Ladies, leave a comment. I don't. If y'all.
Is there equivalent?
Is there equivalent to that? Because I can't think of one. I've never heard like a this or that for guys.
I don't know if girls are actually even look like. Yeah.
They looking.
Looking. Yeah, I think they look, but I don't think they're looking at those type of assets.
Yeah, I can't. I can't say. I really don't fucking know. But yeah, y'all definitely leave a comment. So are you guys still listening to Gunna? Are you listening to Gunna? How'd you feel about the whole?
I'm not a street dude, so I do not care.
Okay,
that's just what it is. Yes, I will listen to Gunna because if he makes good music, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for music. Mm-hmm. I'm not tied in, like, I'm not a street dude. I am not tied into any of the extra
politics
stuff.
And all that shit,
I don't care. And on the end of the day, like, what you do outside of music in your personal life
got nothing to do with you.
Has nothing to do with me. You're here for entertainment purposes. Simply, that's it. I don't care about your personal life. That's just what it is. And if you're so involved in the whole, I don't even know why this is even news. Other than the fact that this guy's in jail for doing whatever.
I think it's not. And let's take the street aspect thing away from it, right? Like, let's just look at it as like a real individual thing. Like, okay, this is your friend who helped you become popular to us, and you kind of threw him under the bus. It's more of a what's the word? Like, it's
moral.
Yeah, moral thing. Like, is it morally cool?
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you are, know who you associate.
And I will say this.
Know who the people you're associated with.
And let's also give the caveat that he also claimed to be. If Gunna was just a country singer on the label, and he was like, "Hey, I don't got shit to do with none of that," that's one thing. But him subscribing to the street life. And also being like, he was a gang member prior to meeting Thug. So he was a rolling 60 Crip.
Okay.
Then he joined YSL, which is supposed to be a street gang and music label, and all of this shit. And then he throws his homeboy accordingly, you know, supposedly under the bus. And morally, it's like, yeah, you here because of him. Is that cool or is that out of bounds? Like, that's kind of where the question arises. Not because, yeah, obviously I'm not no street dude or anything like that either. So as far as all that shit goes, that's not none of my business. But I'm saying more so like morally, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that cool? Because these can be, it doesn't really matter who you are. This could be two country singers, and you just kind of threw your man on the bus. That's kind of where it's like,
well, what was your guy doing? That's just kind of what it is. One, know the people you hang around. Two, also don't expect yourself from other people, and just just have be a better judge of character. So if here's the thing, just because you're in a gang doesn't mean that you're gonna be loyal. Doesn't mean that you have some you're gonna handle yourself always perfectly with the street codes or the street etiquette
it's
or
not
whatever.
fuck the street. Okay, so say for example, me and you, we're in a car and we both smoke weed, even though you don't smoke weed or whatever, but we both smoke weed.
Okay.
And it's like whatever. Okay, we get pulled over, and I immediately going like, oh, that's not my weed or whatever, and doing all that. It's like, to me, I just look at it like you're just not a good person, because it's like, granted,
whose weed was it?
It's like, I'm not gonna tell on you. It doesn't fucking matter whose weed. It's like, to me, it's like, I don't know. That's just how I kind of look at it. It's like, we're smoking it. It's like it's our blunt or whatever. We went in on the weed together.
Okay, yeah. Well,
it's no like, problem, like why? I don't know.
Like if you have
like you subscribe to that, you smoke weed.
I think it just really depends on like the situation. It really does. I also, like, one, if something happens and you're just don't be doing dumb shit. It's as simple as that. Don't
stay out the way. If you're not built for that shit, bro. If you're not whatever,
it's not that hard.
Yeah, stay out the way.
People try too hard to fit in or do stuff to look a certain way, and they get so far away from who they are and what they should be doing, and that's the issue. So, when you're doing all that extra stuff just to fit in or just to look a certain way, you always end up losing in the end. And also, like, you should probably know, like I said, know the people you hang around. Mm-hmm. Like, know if they have your back. Know if they have your best interest in heart. So, if I knew I did something wrong, right? If I knew I was doing something wrong and we were doing it together, but I was the one who brought it, or I was the one who was initiating it.
Yeah,
or
take accountability.
Exactly. I'm taking accountability for my actions.
That's fair.
And if I'm the ringleader, okay, if I'm the ringleader, it costs to be the boss. So that's just what it is.
Nigga. Okay, I got last final question. This was supposed to be a little 30-minute banger, but we already at an hour and a half in, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying the show. Let's end the show on a quick little question. Strippers at a bachelor party, is that cool?
Yeah. That's what
shake that ass, bitch.
I mean, that's what a bachelor party is about, right?
So okay, it's cool both sides then. Male stripper in there crying up when you bitch and all that. Shirt off, all oiled up and shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well,
I guess it, like, yeah.
You're a better man than me.
I'm just
saying,
saying,
you better not fucking play with me like that.
Like, obviously, if you don't have some respect, don't have sex with them. Like, don't cheat. Yeah. But if it's just like, hey, you having fun or whatever, like, what's the problem? I mean, this is your last night being single, technically, and before you get married and everything like that. So why not? Why not have some fun, do whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So it is cool. So you saying?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Strippers at the bachelor party.
Yeah.
I seen a video where They did a bachelor weekend, and it was just the boys. They just went. They rented out a big ass cabin. They had like huge tomahawk steaks. They were just.
Well,
They were
that's
just
cool
doing
too.
cool shit. Like it wasn't no hoes, none of that. Ball. It
And
wasn't
that's cool too.
about none of that shit.
I think that's I think that's one, being respectful, and two, like, just really, if that's not what type of time you're on. Because honestly, I'm that's not the type of time I'm on. Like, I don't really want to be around a bunch of strippers, to be completely honest.
But what if your girl's friends are like hoes, or not hoes, but hoe tendencies, and they like, oh, we got this guy, you know?
Now, like,
I don't know.
well, if your girl's friends are a bunch of hoes, then she's probably a hoe too. I ain't gonna
Or
lie.
like recovering hoes, like now they got boyfriends and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she probably the same way. I mean, birds of a feather, you know? Like, that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Now, like, if this is like, if you're around these people, you like their the things that they do, or kind of hang around with them because of like whatever, like, you're no better. That's really what it is. You're no better than that. And I'm not saying that and I'm not saying that every single thing that they do, like, you have to subscribe to, because you're different people. So let's be logical here. Like, you can have differences. You can have differences in opinions and, like, religion and whatever else. But I do think, like, if there is a reason why you guys are friends. So if you're friends because you guys like to do the same thing, like going out and being hoes.
Or what if y'all just grew up together?
If you grew up together and you guys just like each other's conversation, then that's fine. If that's just what it is, you can have.
They put that on her. They wouldn't even they never displayed that type of energy beforehand. Like, oh, like this what we on.
I think it's just more so like, what do you guys do together? Like, why are you guys friends? Because that's really what it is.
I'm saying, like, they got, let's say it's super regular friendship and they ain't none of that shit, but it's their bachelor party, and you know what kind of like the mindset that comes with that, like,
okay.
And now, like, this isn't their normal shit, but they
Right.
like, okay, yeah, we're gonna bring the stripper in. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, I like, obviously, if he's there to dance, then dance. Whatever, get some money, get up out of there. Now, if he's there to be an escort, well, that's something different. Now he's
He's not fucking.
Yeah,
okay. He
so,
damn near get naked though. He naked in that bitch. He got the stick out all. Yeah.
I don't think I have to worry. I don't have to worry about that. But personally, if I do it, I can't be mad if somebody else is gonna do it. So
okay, so she got to be cool with 2-3 strippers bouncing that ass.
Right. So if it's cool for me to do it, you can't say it's not cool for your significant other to do it. So my thing is like,
nigga, stop being insecure, niggas.
I think that's just what it is. If you feel like you're gonna lose a chick just because some other guys around,
chick, but it's just like, you think she might violate to like, damn.
Well, that means she has no respect for you, and that means that you need to dip out the relationship.
Violating this, but you wouldn't know. How the fuck you gonna know? You ain't there.
No, because my thing is, I respect my girl regardless if she's in the room or not.
That's what I'm saying. Though, you wouldn't know that. No, I'm not saying that. Putting that on you individually,
But with that being said, I also demand that same type of level of respect from my significant other too. So if I'm not getting that respect, I'm out, and well, you're just not going to be part of the equation. Simple as that. So, just knowing the type of person your significant other is and what type of time they're on, then that's important. So if you're not aware of that, then you probably shouldn't be getting married, and
Fact.
two, like, you need to get a little bit deeper in that relationship.
Yeah, make sure you know who you dealing with.
Yeah, because she's not, because
niggas know if they gonna marry a bitch mentally.
Because respect, if she holds herself with respect, if she carries herself with respect, and she respects you, she's not gonna let any other guy kind of violate.
Whoa.
Exactly, she's gonna cut it off right there. But if she's entertaining that, then she's not valid.
Bitch. Nah,
and she's a waste of your time.
I feel that. Hey,
Simple
man,
as that. Know your worth.
Yeah, exactly. Know your worth, and don't throw away something good for one night, man.
Definitely not.
You dig? Man, that was episode 3 of It Takes Two. I know I said it was gonna be a short stream. We almost gave y'all a little two banger, but man, I appreciate you guys for popping out. Big shout out to Jamal again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, if y'all got any suggestions for what y'all want to see next week, leave it in the comments. Shoot us a DM or whatever, man. Big shout out to everybody who came out. Again, super appreciative, and we will be back next Tuesday, baby. Ah.